So technology team, here's the property for all of you that are a bit afar. So here is the main entrance of the church. We're going to do a quick walkthrough here. So I'm sure I'll speed this up in the editing process so that you're all not watching. But it's a pretty substantial lot here. And all the buildings that you see on this property are actually part of the church. So you got a home over there, that's where the pastor lives. That stretch of the building over there is the actual church portion. Take a quick walk through here. So this building you're staring at here with kind of the sunroom / greenhouse is a property that we're not going to do any work with, so promptly ignore it. But this white building over here, or silver building, or light blue, I'm not sure what color it was at one point, is actually the pantry where they do their soup kitchen. So this entire area, they want to blanket with Wi-Fi for events. This is the kind of back of the property. You can see the peak of the church right there. So let's roll back here. Seriously, look at the size of this parking lot. You can't really tell in this video, but that incline would be so much fun to sled down. How about that for color commentary? Oh, you're getting your steps in. And welcome to Berachah Church. Hello, how are you? Come on through. This is the main church area. Yeah, obviously you got Rob's rig here because he's surveying. Speaking of Rob,
hey,
Rob is currently in the process of surveying. He's looking over his shoulder and being annoying. Why aren't you done, Rob?
they changed the software. They updated the version and they made things harder than it needs to be.
That sounds about right. So this is community room. We've got one projector that we are going to try to attach to sound, potentially. Got a Yamaha sound system back here with a Blu-ray player. Or is that a DVD? It might be Blu-ray. Who knows? We're going to try to integrate that somehow, some way. Keep on walking here. I'll take you to the church. Bye, Rob. So this is the church, and from what we are seeing from the site survey that we did, that we're still doing, when I say we, I mean Rob, really, let's face it, Rob's doing this. We're going to need about 5 access points in here to cover the space the right way, and the plan would be to mount them on the side walls here as opposed to hanging them from the ceiling. There is little to no technology in this place whatsoever. So we're definitely going to make a big impact here. Up there, they've got a high-res camera because they do live stream and record events. I would take you up there, but I think that door's locked. But we are going to extend some wireless up there. We are also going to run a data line so they can actually hook their equipment up there to the internet as opposed to using the terrible wireless that they're currently using. This is now kind of the back entrance to the church that I showed you from the beginning of the video. Some bathrooms. We've got one common area back here that they use kind of for daycare, and they use for, during the church, they're actually going to live stream, once we give them the capability, the service here in this room. So for any, screaming, crying baby kids, they'll be able to still participate in the service while being away from the congregation. Where we're going to make the biggest impact, let's go down the wonderful steps here, this is where all the classrooms are going to be. So we've got, lights are off everywhere down here. We've got the big community room. There's a kitchen through that door where they make small meals. But this is kind of where the teens would get together, play video games, socialize, so to speak. We've got the storage area back there is where is the elevator, so we don't need to worry about that. But this room is actually pretty large. This room right here is kind of going to be used as a check-in room. Oh, of course, I turned the lights out the wrong way. There's light switches everywhere. So on these counters is where they have their tablets for people to register for the church and the school. We have a room in here that they are going to designate as the quiet room. Again, another room for people to kind of get away from the congregation, for screaming kids. And they will be able to stream the service via that TV right there. Now you'll notice hard ceilings, concrete floor to ceiling, so it's going to be a little difficult. I'm going to take you back here. This is the boiler room. Waiting for Freddy Krueger to jump out at me. But you can see in here where some of the existing services come into the building. We're hoping to be able to find some nice cable pads through this room up to the second floor. Check out this old phone block. Pretty good stuff, right? Moving on. You can see how some of the existing cable is tied in. There's only 2 or 3 data lines running through here, but this is actually the chase that they use. It's not going to be adequate for us, but we'll make it work. Moving on. Again, we've got kind of a sitting area. That's an office. I guess the door's locked. We'll have to get that open to finish our survey. We've got a classroom here. Good news is that there's drop ceilings in the classrooms, so this could be a good cable path. The other thing to note is we actually dropped one of these lights before. There's about 1.5 to 2 feet above this hard ceiling that maybe we use as our chaseways, but I guess we'll figure that out during the project. Moving on down the hall. Just more classrooms. So we're going to call this the Wizard of Oz stage. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. But right now, this is the only thing providing internet and Wi-Fi to this whole downstairs. It's a little dark in here, sorry. It's a nice TP-Link router. So you kind of understand what they're working with right now and why the need is so high. We've got yet another projector that maybe we can get some sound to. We'll figure that all out. Same projector as upstairs. And a nice screen again for the kids to be able to come down and watch movies and be a community. You guys know all about that, don't we? So as we come back, we've just got more classrooms here. Got another classroom down there. And then the thing we've got to come together and figure out is these are all fire access doors. So we're going to have to figure out how, if any, we can just get some alarms. We don't necessarily need card access, but alarms would be great. There's one on either side. Again, more classrooms, all about the same size. No need to show you guys all that. See, this is a pretty long hallway. And then we're going to come back up the other side. So we got 2 stairways. Door number 1, door number 2. Incredibly steep stairways, in case anybody's wondering. And then we're going to walk into the office space. So there's your main doors that I walked in, started this video from. And we're coming through here. We'd like to put card access on this door here. Marco's going to be here shortly. Figure out the door frames and how we're going to go about that. And each office will get at least 2 drops, phone, data. It's the main office area. Right now, Verizon router comes in here, and we've got a 6-camera NVR. Needs to be replaced. That's the only security, internet security I should say, on this network, so obviously time to fix. Single analog landline. Now, they're going to figure out where we want to put things, but our data closet, this cabinet might come out, and we might be going in there. But right now, here's the network. Check out this guy. Read this with me. 10 base T. This is running their whole network, and they're streaming. Look at us. Are we cute? It's got more offices. Pastor Wilson. He's in here. We've got a small kitchenette and then one more office back here. And that about summarizes the entire property.